Dungeons & Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game that has recently exploded in popularity. And with such a surge in interest, many new people with little experience have been introduced to the hobby and might need help learning how to play. So in light of that, I'm going to demonstrate how to build the simplest characters in D&D. In D&D, you're represented by a character whose race, skills, attributes, and class are all determined by your preference. There's an innumerable amount of combinations to make a character, but for this example, we will instead be making the most simple character that you can make, a standard human fighter. To make a human fighter, in addition to pretty much any character in the game, I recommend that you get a character sheet. Now, character sheets make it much easier to organize the information about your character, and generally they look much nicer. Once you have that character sheet, the first thing that you want to do is determine your attribute stats. Attributes determine many of your character's broad strengths and weaknesses, and are divided between strength, dexterity, charisma, intelligence, and wisdom. There are multiple ways to assign stats, but the most common method is to roll a 4d6 per attribute and drop the lowest value. So in this example, right here, we rolled a 6, a 3, and a 1. We would keep the 3, 6, and the 6, drop the 1, and we would have a total of 15. Now, you would do that 6 times in total, and once you have 6 values from them, you would assign them according to the strengths and weaknesses of the class you chose. In this example, we're building a human fighter, so we assign our 2 highest values between strength and constitution, the medium between charisma and wisdom, and the lowest between dexterity and intelligence. We assign the stats in this way because the attributes of strength and constitution are the fighter's best attributes, while the others, while still important, aren't as impactful. Once the stats are rolled and distributed, you should then choose your background. Your background is both a flavorful and functional choice, as it helps determine your character's personality in addition to determining some of your character's proficiencies. Now, a proficiency is a skill that your character excels in and is represented in-game by adding a proficiency bonus to the relevant skill roll. Proficiency bonuses begin at 2 and rise as you level up. In this example, we will choose the soldier background, as the proficiencies in athletic and intimidation are useful for fighters. Next, we're going to choose our race, which is going to be human, as humans have the simplest mechanic in regards to character creation. For humans, all you have to do is add +1 to every single one of your stats. Finally, after choosing your race, class, and background, the last thing you want to do is determine your equipment. And for the most part, this is going to be up to your dungeon master. In summary, a character in D&D is determined by their race, class, and skills. It can be daunting to build a character for the first time, especially if you don't have a guide. So I hope that this has been helpful and informative. Thank you very much.